Hi Daniel, I got X7 open here. If I was going to start a new project, the first thing I would do, not start drawing walls, but go to Edit Default Settings and set up my defaults for this project. Like on here, under Default Settings Floor, you would set the ceiling height, the finished ceiling height for the project. So let's just say it's 9 feet, so I'm going to set it to 108. You get a little bit of variance because of the floor finish thickness and so forth. This is set to 7/8. It's got some hardwood on there. That's fine, but whatever it is, you need to set it up for what you are actually intend. If it's a remodeling job, you've talked to the people, you've been there, you've measured, you know what the ceiling height is, the general dimensions of the as-built house, and you apply those in the defaults. If you're drawing something new, again, you've got some idea of what the ceiling height's going to be and so forth, and you set these default settings up to assist you to draw. Okay, I just wanted to cover that point because new guys often gloss over that and go straight to the wall tool and start drawing. Now you said the next thing is I double clicked on the wall tool, and if all your exterior walls are going to be let's go to wall types, are going to be siding 6, well then you need to set it up with the kind of wall that you're actually drawing with. Okay, don't just assume the software is going to read your mind. It's not. It's just a mechanical device. So let's select siding 4 and then draw some walls. Now, you said the house was a 2-story house with part of the house, well, let's keep this simple. With part of the house is an attached garage. Okay, I'm going to use an interior wall and put an interior wall there and space it 20 feet wide for the garage. Okay, we don't have much room for house left, so I'll make that. Now you said, let's just name this garage. Name that space garage. And I didn't even set the depth. Let's see what the depth should be about 22 feet. Okay. So I'll go ahead and put some dimensions on this. And Auto Exterior Dimensions has default settings, which you should look at first if you're. Well, let's look at that then. We double click on that, and we'll go to Auto Exterior Dimensions, and it's got a Locate Objects tab. And if you're doing remodeling, then of course you want it to measure from surfaces, because you're working with an as-built structure, and you're probably out there, unless they have blueprints, you're measuring finished surfaces. So if you're doing remodeling, you'd want to use this setting. If you're going to do new construction, then you use this wall dimension layer setting. Just wanted to point that out, that the software doesn't automatically read your mind. You have to tell it what to do. Okay, now we can click over here and create the dimensions. And let's point that out. You can see it's measuring from framing surfaces, not from surfaces, finished surfaces, but from framing surfaces. And that's what you would normally do. On new construction. Now you said the house wraps around the garage. So I'm going to wrap around the garage. We'll take the brake tool. I'll tell you what, we'll just move this wall here to 30 feet. And then we'll put an interior wall for the back of the garage. Here's an interior wall. And we'll set this to 22 feet. Just arbitrary figures to get, and we'll say this is part of the house here. So Now, it picked up the same name because it was part of the same space, so we're going to change that to storage. Doesn't matter. So an interior room name. And then we'll hit the auto, yeah, redimension that. So this is going to be house, and this is going to be garage. So let's go over here to build floor, build new floor. And we can derive from the second floor, but in this case I don't think I want to do that. We'll make a blank plan for the second floor. When you click OK, you'll get a dialog box setting up the defaults for floor 2. So let's say the finished ceiling on floor 2 is 96 inches. It is whatever it is for you, okay? And we get a blank plan. Then you have to turn on the reference display so you can see the walls down below. And we'll go over here to the exterior wall tool, and we'll just sketch over the parts that's going to be second floor. Those red walls just show you where the walls below are, and see if they're out of alignment but close, then you'll get this tool here to line them up. Yeah, if they're not close enough for the software to sense that they're, see that disappears. It has to be close enough to show up. Okay. So this is our second floor, and this is the first floor over here. And I think, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to make this a gable end over here. Go to the roof and full gable. And then we'll go up a floor and make this and this a gable. I don't know exactly your situation, but that's just what I'm arbitrarily choosing. The roof, full gable. You go to the build roof dialog. Where is that thing? There it is. And here's where you set the pitch. In Texas, a lot of the roofs in tract homes are 512, so that's the reason I've got it set to 512. So we'll build the roofs on this and see what we get. Now the software did exactly what I told it to do. So there's the garage, there's the two-story part of the house, and if the two-story went over this way, then I would have drawn it over here. Let's just say that that's actually the case. We'll go ahead and draw the walls over there. Like that, and like that. And then we'll rebuild roofs. I don't know exactly what it'll look like, but it looks kind of goofy. Okay. Yeah, that does look goofy. In this case, I would clean it up manually. Just delete that roof plane. Delete, whoops. Yeah. Straighten this out. It is however you want to design it. But oftentimes I'll automatically build roofs and then come in and manually clean them up. I think if this is the actual design of the house, then I'd probably go down and put a shed roof along here. Yeah, we'll just manually draw a roof plane over here. Whoops. Wasn't very well done, but oh, that's, yeah, it's off. I don't know if you can see it, but the roof base line was not parallel to the wall, and that's a no-no. That's better. We'll drag that over close to this wall. Just put a shed roof over it. I think if there's anything you need to basically understand is that the software is just a mechanical device, and it has no real intelligence of its own other than what you give it. I think we'll make that something not so steep, like make it 312. Yeah, it looks better. It looks awful, but you get the idea. That's how you would do that. And I hope this helps you out some in your quest. Thank you.